next speaker. Engaging and funny, our next speaker trains young teams to step out of their comfort zone. Awarded the top female speaker in Western Europe in 2022, she empowers women to disrupt with unapologetic, direct language so that they feel respected. She's lived in 8 countries for 13 years, learnt 5 languages, forgotten 4 of them, raised in a family restaurant serving Canadian bacon, and already by the age of 8, the ability to get a smile out of most people. She's a therapist in the Geshe psychotherapy to improve multicultural teams with gamification, trains conflict management and prevents Gen Zs from quitting in the first 45 days. Please welcome to the stage, Jessica Breitenbach.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
There's about 3 different ways most of us answer that. We got a, hell yeah, she lives in Barcelona, haha, visa. We have a no, she's too tall for me. And we have a maybe, if. And by the end of this, I would love for you to understand what happens when you change your thoughts on yourself, on how you have your mindset set on your yes, no's, and your maybes. Because everything in life is an offer. And I would like to empower the younger people that the one young person in the room, just did me a raise the roof, not you, Andy. If you sit next to her, you get younger. Because sometimes we think we're victims. And so once you see that you are able to change the way that you see the offers coming towards you, you feel like, I'm part of this team. So can you or can't you? That is the question. That was my British accent. A little Shakespeare Canadian. And we have the idea that you choose how to respond. Let's take my family here. You get to decide what you care about. You, compared to me, are going to have very different values. If we take my father here, about 55 years old, in the baby boomer age, he cares about status, experience, and the corner office. And then you take my cousin here, 23-year-old, Generation Z. I'm sorry. What's the worst thing you can say to a 23-year-old at work?
No more TikToks.
Bottom line, profit, plastic. What about the whales? She'll scream at you as she rolls her eyes and walks away. She'll roll her eyes and go, okay, boomer. And you know, young people don't even say, okay, boomer anymore. That was a meme from like a year ago. We need to keep the generations coming lower on our teams. And how can we do that if we don't know how they think or feel or how they see us? Look around. The PSA is not Generation Z, if I may say so politely. Don't worry. You don't have to memorize all the differences about all the generations. Each person is an island. And if you want to keep us, them, together working as a team, you need to know how to get them to adapt. Conflict is inevitable. How you deal with conflict will be the way that your team either disrupts the industry or Kodak's out. I would like to quote Darwin, #VUCA or die. If you don't change the way you see the industry, the young people are coming up, by the way. Very seriously, has anyone had a birthday this year? Yes? Fabulous. Now, if I can guess how old you are, you get a prize. Now, my millennials, explain to me the difference between an Instagram story or a reel. My boomers, oh, the wise boomers, wise, experienced. and think TikTok is the sound that their watch makes. And the Generation X, my tribe. I can find you in a crowd based on the one gray eyebrow hair that you have, perhaps two. And all of us, despite what age we are, we have the differences that we can do one-to-one on the teams. We can create structures, new ways of dealing with the old way. Emotional intelligence. Adaptability was not popular until something that rhymes with Movid. It came in, and it has been rated the #1 skill of the future of work. McKinsey has said if you are not adaptable, agile, able to deal without sweating through your shirt when problems come your way, good luck. HR is going to be hiring on this in the future. Because if you are emotionally intelligent, great. Do you know when to do it and when not to do that? We measure this now. We measure the environment that you work in. We measure who you are and your abilities. And it's about a 20-minute artificial intelligently infused test that you do under stress. From that, we can tell if your future tech leaders are adaptable. Because if they're not adaptable, you either need to train it or you need to find people that are open. Google found out we need psychological safety, and you find that with equal speaking time and empathy. We know this lady. Quick thing, this is the take home. I want you to turn to the person beside you and say to them, I like sitting beside you, but, and say a sentence, and then say, I like sitting beside you, and. You have 20 seconds. Same sentence. Try and feel the difference between and and but. Okay. But cuts. My butters. My role is to take your team to teach them conflict management skills in gamified, quick situations, role plays with humor, changing people's butts to ends so that you can create psychological safety where people get heard. If you think you can do it. My boomers, my millennials, a profitable future is possible with all of us.